Hey everyone, this is Phil Gamesh. I just managed to sneak another trip to the comic book store on New Comic Book Day, which is very cool for me. Um, so I wanted to show off everything that I got and a couple of books that came out last week that I managed to pick up yesterday that I finally found at a different store, and those include Stabby Bunny number 5 and the Virgin cover of Descender. I forget which issue it is, 20 something I think, but I'm not sure exactly. So I'm glad that I found those. There's still some others from last week that there's usually, I don't know, one, two, maybe three books every week that I just don't find, so I end up not getting them. But I crossed a couple of extra ones off my list from last week, so that was kind of cool. Anyway, the stuff that I picked up this week, I'll start with this free magazine, or I don't know, preview catalog or something. DC Nation number 1. Just threw that in free with the stuff that I got. And I mean, I don't know if there's anything to this or not. It just looks like promotional material, really. But whatever. I'll flip through it, see if there's anything interesting in it. But it reminded me of something that I forgot to say, or I don't know. Like I showed this book off a few videos back, and I didn't really think all that much about it. But I was watching a Bad Avenger video, and he had mentioned something about how this was a like a 1 in 250 incentive variant, and I was thinking to myself that can't be right because I picked this up for 25 cents the week that it came out, and then I saw somewhere else that somebody else was saying the same thing, so I went back and I looked at the receipt, and because I think I would have remembered if I'd been charged an extra amount of money for this book, but I looked at the receipt and sure enough, I've only paid 25 cents for it. So either the shop didn't realize what they had, or they were just being nice and selling them for cover price. I looked online and it's going for like $60, this book, so I'm pretty amazed. But still happy that I got it. So we'll move on to the new books from this week. None of these have been bagged and boarded yet because I just got home. I'll just show them off one at a time. The first one was Doctor Strange number 1. Don't know if it'll be any good or not. Mark Waid is kind of hit or miss for me. I like the idea of Doctor Strange in space, so that's kind of cool. I guess we'll see if it's any good. My store had some variants there, including the Chris Bachalo variant, which I kind of liked the look of it. I thought it was weird, or like whimsical. I kind of liked it, but it ended up being a pretty big week, so I couldn't justify paying for it. I mean, they only had it for $10, but still, I guess I don't know, decided to let it go. I also got Deadpool number 1. I think that's just the regular cover. These are in no particular order, by the way. This is just how I pulled them out of the bag. Eternal Empire number 9. I've been picking this one up. I like a good fantasy comic every now and then if it draws me in. And I don't know, Jonathan Luna stuff. It's pretty good. I really liked Alex and Ada, and this one is pretty good so far. I got The Curse of Brimstone number 3. I don't know, it's okay. Kind of a Ghost Rider pastiche. I'm sticking with it for a little bit just to see how it plays out. I'm sure eventually I'll drop it, but I don't know when exactly. Got the Man of Steel number 2. I read the first issue. It was okay. Nothing really wrong with it. Bendis definitely has some like tropes in his dialogue and stuff like that. Like, the whole thing. There's a bit in the first issue where Superman grabs, I think it's Firefly and Killer Moth, and the dialogue from the two villains is very Bendis-y, Bendis speak. Feels like an exchange I've read 1,000 times before. So I don't know. I do kind of wish he would put more effort into making each character's voice distinct, but what are you gonna do? Paper Girls number 21, Brian K. Vaughan, Cliff Chiang book. I love this book. I mean, Saga's pretty awesome, but this is right up there with it. So I'm happy to have that. Got the Walking Dead 180. I was thinking about getting the variant cover for this. My store had it, and I don't know. I guess I walked out without really thinking about it. I really only want one copy of this one, so I could have gotten this one or I could have got the variant, but maybe I'll still pick it up at some point. Who knows? The variant cover is one of those Bill Sienkiewicz covers. It's really cool, and this is one of the creepier ones too, like the Andrea cover. With that scar, this one's got Alpha with like the severed face covering that he's using as a mask. It's pretty freaky. Anyway, I also got the B cover for Batman 48. This is a Frank Cho cover, and yeah, I really like that. Just kind of a nice pen and ink drawing. It's pretty cool. Next up is Infinity Countdown number 4. They had like 4 different covers for this issue, but I just grabbed this one. This is supposed to have the first appearance of the villain for the next big Infinity whatever crossover. So I haven't flipped through it yet, but we'll see. If it is, then I guess this is, a key issue. I got the Jim Lee cover for Justice League number 1. I really like that. Jim Lee's pretty good at drawing Batman. I gotta give that to him. I got the B cover, the Frank Cho cover for Harley Quinn 43. I really like that. That's a good cover. Her sleeping mask says off duty, and you got the poor hyenas who just want to be fed. That's good stuff. See, I got the Immortal Hulk number 1. This is just the regular cover. My store had some variants for this one as well, but I don't know if this book is going to be any good, and none of the variants really jumped out at me, so I just left them there. Picked up the first issue of The Unexpected. I guess this might be a brand new character. I'm not entirely sure, so this may be a first appearance. I haven't read it yet, so I don't know exactly what the premise behind this book is. But if Ryan Sook, I'm kind of guessing on how to pronounce his last name, if he drew some of it, then that's pretty awesome because I really like his artwork. I got the new volume of Strangers in Paradise, I guess 25. Maybe it's a 25th anniversary and that's why it's called that. I don't know. Wow, that makes me feel old. Anyway, it's issue number 4. I love Terry Moore's stuff, and he always does really beautiful covers. Just on a whim, I picked up one of the issues of Spawn that came out. God, it even says right up here in the corners, cover 7 of 8. 8 is way too many variants in my opinion. But I like the coloring on this one. It sort of actually reminds me of, I don't know, like an early Sin City cover, just drawn by Todd McFarlane. Just the way the coloring is with the snow blowing around and kind of obscuring some of it. But not enough. You still see the artwork very clearly, so that's cool. And the last book that I got was the Mattina cover for Deathstroke number 32. That is yet another beautiful Mattina cover. He really keeps delivering on these things. I love that bat symbol kind of glowing red, and lighting up Deathstroke from behind. Blood all over the sword, blood all over the statue. That's a really cool cover. I like it. I don't know how it compares in person to on video, but in person it looks really cool. So anyway, those are the books that I picked up. If you like this sort of thing, keep watching. Like the video, subscribe for my channel. I don't know, comment, whatever. I just hope everybody gets a kick out of this stuff. So that's it for now. I'll see you all in the next video.